In Dead by Daylight, the survivor's side has a multitude of items, and they all grant beneficial effects, whether that's being able to blind the killer, heal other survivors at a faster rate, or do the gens more efficiently. All items have benefits. But what if we were able to turn that against the survivors? In today's video, I'm using a build on free killers that turns items against them and allow us to see their aura wherever on the map. So I hope you enjoy. Alright, so we are on Azarov's resting place with the Bubba. Obviously, we are running Franklin Weaves. Essentially, whenever we down a survivor with an M1 or just hit them in the head, we make them drop their items, and that then gives us a aura reading around said item. And we're pairing that up with Bubba's blue add-on that allows us to hit survivor items with our chainsaw. Oop, you're just gonna go straight round, Hudson, and that will be our first down already on the board. And as you can see there, we have kidnapped his item. Nothing he can do. And we're gonna put him on the hook here. We're pairing it up with just a very generic Bubba build for me, which is, what are you doing, Jane? I must inquire. I'm so confused, really. I can see the Michaela in the distance. I'm gonna steal that flashlight from you, Kennedy. And essentially, we're just gonna be able to use their items against them at a very, very fun manner, I would say so. As we're just gonna steal these pallets. Leon not really trying to play around anything at all here, as he is just gonna run here, and that's gonna be the end of him. And I'm gonna make that so that, well, they're gonna run away, not finish the heal. Well, they do finish it now. I'm so confused by that Jane still. I cannot lie. We now have 2 items stolen, officially. And we can stop this generator from progressing as we once again find the Jane, who has retrieved a map from somewhere. I see the Hudson there. He wasn't paying attention, but I can't lie, I'm not really interested in him, as I'm more interested in making sure that this item's in a good spot. Keep chasing the Jane here. She's gonna go there, which will mean that she can't do anything. And obviously, that, well, the map going down shows us where the Hudson is, which is just beautiful for us, as that makes for a pretty easy 2 down. We do see that Leon has indeed picked up his flashlight. As you can see there, we can literally just see him, as well as Michaela. Nowhere for you to run, Miss Reed. I'm gonna go ahead and just hook our friends here, though. No reason not to. And now this is starting to turn into a real nightmare for them, as you can see, us gaining their items, we're just turning it against them, as we're able to see right through everything. And, well, we can see there, they're all trying to heal. They're not gonna get it, though, because they messed up. And we can see that the Leon's nowhere near, so this hook is, well, very free. Thought I saw someone, but no, that was still Michaela. What we can keep doing, though, is we can keep chasing Leon. Go ahead, do a little shake around, and vault the window. Obviously, he did throw that pallet earlier, so no reason to not go ahead and to try and play this. I nearly get him. He's gonna have another pallet here. Leon just keeps gifting us these pallets and a makeshift bow. Still gifting us these pallets like there's just no tomorrow, which I'm feeling he's going to significantly feel in the morning, as we are still gonna get the down. And obviously that now means that we're still at 5 gens, and we can still see where they are, as they're right in front of us, thanks to the blue aura. Gonna go ahead and say hello to our friends. They're all clumped up here, but let's be a very big nuisance to Michaela here. She will have, essentially, no way of escaping us. As you can see there, the straight down. They do get Mr. Kennedy, but that's not really too much of an issue, as I said, we're still in such a strong position. We can see, though, over here, it is a Hudson and a Leon. I will go ahead and chase the Hudson. I might as well. Ooh, he has the Young Jin perk. I forget the name. We can't see his aura for 30 seconds, so This is quite interesting. Imagine though, he will go ahead and... No, he won't vault this. That means it's the end of you, Hudson. Nowhere left for him to run. And now we're just going to be left with only 3 survivors left on the board. Our items, once again, letting us see absolutely everyone. I think they realize that that's the case now. As well. Nice dead hard. Unfortunately, Mr. Kennedy, I'm not trying to go ahead and M1 you. I'm trying to use my saw. I need to get my saw downs up. And that will only leave the Michaela and the Jane left. As we hear a generator go off there, but I do want to check our generators over here. Ooh, we can actually see Michaela there for some reason. Not sure why. That's not any of my perks. As she tries to hit a dead hard too, and, well, it doesn't really work out now, does it? Somehow managing to get 3 kills on the board. Still at 5 gens on this map. And we can obviously see the Jane over there. Let's go ahead and push her over here. We can see you. Nowhere left for you to run, Jane. She will most likely throw that. And that, well, that's the game. There we go, using their items absolutely perfectly against them, pretty much allowing them no way to hide against my very vicious chainsaw. But yeah, let's go ahead and get on to our next killer for today. Alright, we are out on the swamp with Legion. So, same deal, Franklin Weaves. We've only changed 2 of the perks, that being, we're changing out the Bamboozle and turn back the clock for a very nice Surge and batteries included. Stuff that go really well with Old Legion. So what we're gonna try and do is try and get a double hit here, which we are gonna get there, and obviously 1 item will go down because of it, and we're gonna be able to just chuck it or truck on over here. Get Ada as well, and we might be on the cards for a very nice 5 hit, as we're gonna make her drop her item. And that, well, that's already gonna be 5 hits from 1 Feral Frenzy. What it will also mean is we can go ahead and our good friend Cheryl Mason, and everyone's already injured, so already off to a really good start. Now obviously the other 2 people, they picked up their items, which is perfectly fine, but the real play that we have is obviously as the match goes on, it's gonna get more and more hectic for them, as we are going to start to get faster, thanks to batteries included. So that won't be a massive issue going forward. But as you can see here, we're able to keep up with Rick Grimes still. And obviously we're gaining on him, thanks to our Bloodlust. He's going to go ahead and vault that. And I don't think there's anywhere for him to go, as that is going to spell the end for Rick here, and our Surge is going to go off, leaving that generator to regress. Go ahead and take on over here. We can obviously see Cheryl picking up her item over there. She will now be obviously oblivious, but she will be able to see us. Not really much place to hide as we are making our way over. Very well played though. She'll come back and throw the pallet. No reason to just go ahead and break this. And immediately gonna leave and get our first hit in, which will once again revoke her item. And obviously we can keep track of her through the wall. And you can see her going wide. I didn't think she'd just revolt. That was a good play though. She will most likely go ahead and drop this. So I'll just use it to vault. No reason not to. And what that will do is that will spell the end of her. And, well, once again, we're in a strong position. They do get main generator, though, which I'm not exactly too thrilled with. These generators all regressing. We do see that the Rick picks up his medkit. And we are going to get batteries included over here. No reason not to try and chase our friend Felix here. the easy shimmy as we once again get another down, which means another proc of Surge. And what this means is we can just keep marching people over, and, well, if they start to heal a lot, we can obviously hit another Feral Chain, which is what they're doing. So next time I see them, I might just start a Feral Chain, I can't lie. We can see one person over here. I'm gonna start chasing her. Wait for her to vault or drop the pallet. And that is gonna allow us to see someone, that being the Ada. Keep chasing her. We're gonna be able to get this haste thanks to friends to the, or not friends, batteries included. And what that will allow us to do is, once again, keep chasing. Oh, good play from the Felix there, taking both hits. Do we get the... We do get Rick there, thankfully. Now, I'm not sure he's paying much attention, but what we can do, though, is we can just immediately switch and head straight back after Felix. He'll drop that. I think I misplayed there, I can't lie. We'll use our increased haste, though, that we've gained to keep up the chase. He'll drop it. No real secret there. We obviously can still see where Rick is, which is interesting to see, once again, having everyone injured. And what this does mean is we have 2 dead hooks, so I'll kick this since Surge won't reach. And we are going to get some haste over here as well, as this area is also in the vicinity of a completed generator. Rick making a bit of a gamble that paid off, and some, but we can keep chasing him here, chasing him all the way back over here. He is running back to another area in which we are faster, so this may or may not pay off for the Rick. We'll find in due time, as he will reach that window. Ah, he is live, which means he is guaranteed to at least make 1 loop round, but we are obviously gaining on him at a pretty fast rate, as obviously we do have both batteries and bloodlust, which means he can't quite escape that amount of speed. Once again, we'll steal his item, not allowing him to realistically keep it. They are going to go ahead and finish that, and she will pick up the flashlight here, but it's not going to do much. Because what I'll do here is, well, I can't really chase her. I need to focus on the gens. If I let these generators get out of hand, that's not good for us. As we can see that they have been repairing this one. They are picking up the items. Rick going down. But this toolbox here revealing where the Ada is, at least. What we can do is stomp on over. We can't see her. I'm going to make her drop her flashlight. Might as well. What this means, we can break the pallet. Ooh, but Ada's still there, which we can see. No real secret where I was going, or where you were going, I should say. So we're able to just perfectly track her, and we can see the Rick in front of us. And obviously we heard where the Cheryl was, which was on this gen. Gonna go ahead and kick this. Make sure not much progression can be added, and have a little gander over here. They are getting the save. And we can see 2 people. Obviously it's a Felix. Felix is dead hook, which is most enticing, I mustn't lie. He'll drop that. See if we can get him to vault. Nice dead hard. We can keep semi-track of him, as we're able to just kind of loop this way, and, well, nowhere for him to run now, as that will be the end of him, but they do finish the generator. I'm not quite sure how to feel about this, as this could bode... Well, this could go in 2 directions, to be completely honest. As we do see Rick is on the gate immediately, so see if we can keep the pace up with him. Get a stab on him. I have no read on anyone. What I'll make him do is drop his toolbox. He goes ahead and vaults it, using his live to perfection. See if we can go ahead and force him to drop it. He will. We saw the Cheryl, and keep chasing him here. Cheryl trying to take a hit. It's not going to work. What I'll do is I'll vault. We are going to get in front of her. Nowhere for you to run, my dear. So we are going to go ahead and keep using our batteries included. She'll force us all the way over here. And we'll go ahead and walk right back on over. Don't know why she's here. She's trying to get the Rick. We get Rick, though. Nowhere for her to run. And obviously this medkit will give us perfect reading on her. As I believe, as long as none of them have Unbreakable, which they don't, that's it. Going ahead and using the perfect amount of aura reading to get what we need in the end. And that is what I call an endgame masterclass. Well, there we go, managing to pull out the 4K at the very end of the game, as well as getting the full amount of value from our add-on, and as well as weaved there. But yeah, let's get on to our final killer for today. Yay. Alright, our final killer is the Deathslinger. Here on Toba Landing, all we have changed is obviously the final perks. That being Pop and Eruption, and we're pairing it with the reload add-ons for Deathslingers so that I can just shoot a lot more faster. No reason not to. After all, Deathslinger is very, very fun, at least for me. I'm gonna go ahead and loop this way. We get Shaq immediately. I thought about it. Nah, good patience there from Lara. What we will do, though, is we will revolt behind her. And I do believe... Yep. Nowhere for you to go, dear. As that will be our first down. And the benefit of Deathslinger is, obviously, you can drag your target closer to wherever you want. So I have a little bit of leeway in choosing where I want said items to go. We can see someone ran downstairs there. So I might as well just go ahead and affect these generators a teensy bit here with my eruption. That way when I down someone again, I'll get a big boom. We can obviously see the Sable in the distance, who is the one that I am more inclined to chase. As we will go ahead and sneak a hit through there. And able to line up the shot thanks to our auras. We can see her. Well, obviously, we can also see the ace here. So no real reason not to go ahead and get a free hit here. As I do believe he has balanced. And we can obviously still see the Lara, which is coming in to try and heal her. Which obviously, I don't really want. Oh, I nearly get her there. It's fine, though. We are going to have perfect aura on her, which is a weird dynamic. But what I can do is also steal Fang Min there. And now we're just taking all their items over here. So if they do want to reclaim them, they are going to need to come and get them manually. Not quite sure if the decision I made there was the right one. We are going to get a fast down on her. Nearly. We'll break this, though. No reason not to, as the pickup animation will mostly take up all of its duration. They are picking up their items, though, which means I can go ahead and plant a few more in a few different areas. Still, only one generator complete. Not a terrible outcome for what we had going. And that generator off there is still regressing, lining them all up with Eruption. We can see some scratch marks in this direction. Ooh, they actually ran... Where did they run? Oh, they're still here. Little for them. Oh, I nearly get her there. We do see the Sable, obviously. Nowhere for her to run. As I don't know why, but they're just trying to take a hit for each other here. As well, I see you, Lara, thanks to our aura reading. And unfortunately for her, she just barely catches on to something. Very smart. What we can do, though, is try and play around here. Not gonna work a massive amount, but it's still fine. We get a very expensive pallet out of the way. And what we can do, obviously, is take a little different path round. And catch the ace slacking there. Nowhere for him to run. Ooh, nice dodge. Using his little bit of balance landing that he gets there to good effect. As he is going to make cross-map distance, so What I do think I did see, though, heading back over here, is I do believe... Yes, I did see her. And that is a free flashlight there, too. Obviously, we can still hear. Someone's here. We can actually now see who it is. It's the Lara. Ah, nearly. Need to reload. Nice dodge. She's gonna try and take her time here. I don't really mind though if she heals. I can't lie. I'm more interested in getting my hook. We can do here. Let's hook her there. Lara will get her heal off. Not a terrible outcome for me. She is just gonna run into stuff, so we are immediately gonna get the hit again. We can go ahead and run it around this way. And obviously we can see Sable over here, who is going to go ahead and present us with a nice medkit position. As you can see there, dragging her a teensy bit to the side to guarantee a better placement of it, as we can see someone's going for the save. As we do see it's Lara, who isn't saved, and well, Lara's pretty much done with this game at this point. We can see that someone came back for the medkit. Presumably it was Sable, but still, we're in a good position, as we are just going to be able to move the medkit. And we're still going to get our nice free hit on the Fangman, as well. I saw him off to the side. Nice little shot there. We're going to leave Ace nowhere to run there, and now it's just the Fangman who is here. Keep chasing her a little bit here. See where she can go. She has nowhere really left to run, because I'm just going to wait for the easiest safe hit. And well, that is how you get it done. Managing to get everyone down fairly quick and utilizing the auras to perfection to manage to secure another 4K once again. Not quite sure though. One of them could have Unbreakable, but I think they would have already used it by now. Don't know where Ace has crawled off to, but we can see the Sable, thanks to her medkit. Gonna go ahead and throw her on up. And now it really is the test of endurance to see whether or not we can find the Ace, who might be near Shack. I don't hear him though. Hatch could spawn near Shack here, so if they do, go ahead and try. Might as well just chill and wait. I think if I want to get this 4K, might as well just sit here and chill by this here. Oh, never mind. We can see him. Once again, the aura giving us what we need. We saw him in the distance there. I think we saw him crawling over here. Not entirely sure. Oh, we have a blood trail. Hello, Mr. Ace. Well, there you have it. Managing to get the full value, even without an add-on to do the job for us. As well as finding the Ace right at the end there with even the tiniest bit of aura reading that we get from him, allowing us to easily calculate his position. But, yeah. Once again, if you've made it to this part of the video, first I'd like to say thanks. As always, if you'd like to show some support, be sure to like and subscribe, as well as letting me know what your favorite part of the build was today. As always, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.